Hey, it's Paul. So, if you've gotten this far, congratulations. We are now in episode 5. So, in the last ones, we talked about the bullying and love and emotional issues. So, I'm going to finish the story that I was starting in the first one. So, I worked at a dealership. I was a mechanic, and I was the youngest mechanic there, and I was really, really bullied. I was just basically treated like crap. But the other techs, because I was young, they would try to do stuff. Now, I had 2 guys in the shop. I had one guy in the net. His name was Jeff. He was nice guy. And then I had another guy who was Libyan. And apparently, because I'm part Jordanian, the Jordanians and the Libyans don't like each other. Don't ask me why. It just is. I'm part Jordanian. His name was Faisal. Little short dude. I'm 6'2". He was probably 5'2", 5'3". Really tiny dude. But anyway, so, we all have boxes. We're mechanics. So, Girl Scouts came by. And my mother likes Samoa cookies. So I'm like, I'll buy her a box of Samoas, and I'll buy a box for me. So, of course, it's Samoas. It's Girl Scout cookies. I think they lace them with drugs or cocaine or something, because I swallowed mine down. So it was the end of the day, and I had closed my box, and I had forgotten my mom's. So next morning, I go in, and I told my mom, I got a bunch of cookies, but I left them at work. So I came back, and so I was working. It was lunchtime, and I'm like, man, I'm hungry. I don't think Mom will mind getting me taking some cookies. So I opened my box, to get the box of cookies out, and it was broken. And I'm thinking to myself, I didn't open the box. Did I open the box? It's the other problem with having Aspies I'm going to break off. Our short-term memory is not too good. I can tell you what happened when I was 5 years old. I can look at a picture where I was, and that's the other thing with us. I can look at a photograph that was taken with me, and I can tell you exactly what was happening that day. That's just how we are. Short-term memory, shot. I'll forget to take my medication, which I will get into probably next one. So anyway, I thought I had maybe opened them. So I opened the box, pull it out, and they had put a ball joint, an old car part in there to take up the weight, and I was livid. Not to the fact that I was screaming, but I was more hurt. I didn't yell, I didn't scream. I walked out, and this old transmission guy, nicest guy in the world, and he saw I was bothering me, and he actually took me under his wing, and he said, "What's up, Paul?" And I told him what happened. I was just distraught. I was literally crying. And we cry. And it had been the Libyan, and he broke the cardinal rule of being a mechanic. You don't go in another guy's box. And Dan, who was an ex-hockey player, 6'2", literally lifted this little dude up and slammed him up against the one of the lifts. And there was a huge investigation. It was just a pain in the butt. But, yeah, that was hard. So, and I left there shortly after. It was a lot of stress, and it was a lot of issues at that place. And it goes into that. But it made me better, because I learned, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Yeah, pretty much. So going from that made it hard. But it is what it is. And you work through it. So, no, have we covered everything? Yeah, maybe we have. No, not yet. So, one of the things about us Aspies is we are misdiagnosed as ADHD most of the time. Because some people with Asperger's, they're very fluid, they just do everything, and some of us are very laid back. But and it's a flip-flop. People with ADD can't focus on anything. People with Asperger's, if we can be focused, and we can do stuff, and we can do amazing things, but it can be to the point of going just way. I could take something like, I could be a sculptor, and I could just do it so perfectly, it looks so lifelike. I saw a video of a guy who's autistic, and they take him in a helicopter ride, and he can draw the whole cityscape just from memory. That's how we are. So we just do things differently, and it's fine. But for the ones who don't understand it, we're labeled as weird. So the question now comes, where do we go from here? Well, for those who are Aspies, my advice is just keep moving on. Just keep, it gets hard. I'll tell you right now, I've been depressed. I've suffered, being autistic, yeah, we suffer from depression. It's gotten bad sometimes. But you know what? I got 2 awesome nephews. And I am Uncle Paul. I am the cool uncle. And they keep me going. They really do. So for my fellow Aspies, it gets hard. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't let anyone tell you different. It does get hard. I can tell you right now, there are days that I just don't even want to get out of bed. I just get so worn out. I look in the mirror and I wonder why. Because it's, what do you do? What do you do? The hardest part is when working and wanting to do a good job, but you do things differently. Knowing you have to do something, but you always put it off to the last minute. We are awesome at procrastinating. We are awesome at it. We'll do something and we'll forget. It's just the way we are. God bless autopay. Oh, thank God. But if we do something that we like to do, we can do it so darn well. So, anyway, to my fellow Aspies, don't give up. Don't give in. When it gets hard, it gets hard. We're going to get through it. To those who see this and or maybe have family that have someone who's an Aspie, or a friend who you think is kind of weird, or someone that you think you like, or your significant other that you wonder why they're like that, why they won't give you flowers, and then you yell at them, why did you get me flowers? And then they feel bad, and then you come home and the whole house is covered in flowers. Or you try to give the guy the hint that you want to go somewhere nice, and he just does not get it. We are like that. We will be that way. And for some people, they can't handle it. For those who have someone like that, give them a chance. Give them the benefit of the doubt. They're going to mess up. They're going to do stupid stuff. But they love you with every fiber in their being. We don't think we don't love you. We love you more than life itself. If we love you, we love you. And we will do our hardest to do everything right. But we will mess up. We will do things wrong. And yeah, we're going to do stupid stuff. But don't give up on us. Don't give up on us. Don't just toss in the towel because you don't think that he's loved you. Don't throw in the towel because he doesn't tell you he loves you more enough. But each Aspie is different. I told Jay I loved her all the time. And one thing before, and I just thought of this, and I'm going to go back to my ending. And this is going to be a little longer because I think this is the final one. I've been going for, these are back to back. Then I lost my train of thought, but don't give up. We love, and we will do our hardest to show you. But you got to give the benefit of the doubt. You got to give the benefit of the doubt. That's what I remember. With the cognitive thing, and I just thought of it. It might be for some people, but I've told because I had to learn to do body language, and because I'm very, very, for some reason, I give great relationship advice, even though I told a friend of mine who's now married, she said, well, how do you find the good guys? And I said, listen, where do you go? She's like, I go to the bar. I said, okay, find the guy in the corner just sipping a beer. He's very quiet. Those are the ones you want. They've been married and they have a kid now. But going back to my ending, give the guy a chance. He's going to mess up. He's going to say the stupidest stuff you ever heard. He is. He's going to say the stupidest stuff. And he's going to make you so angry. He's going to make you so mad. But you got to realize it's the way he is. But when he realizes he's screwed up, he is going to fix it. You got to give him the chance to fix it. And if he messes up and he realizes it, when he tries to fix it, stick with him. Stick with him to make sure he doesn't screw it up again. Trust me, I know from experience. If you got a friend who's an Aspie and you don't get him, cut him some slack. He's trying. If you know someone at work who's an Aspie and he annoys the living daylights out of you because he tries to mimic you, he follows you, he asks you questions, he doesn't shut up, let him. He doesn't get a lot of interaction. He needs some kind. If you know someone on Facebook who is autistic or an Aspie and you are just so frustrated with him and you just want to block him to get rid of him, don't. Tell him what's going on. Because we're not going to get the message. Let us know. If you are so frustrated with someone and you just want to block them, before you do, take a deep breath and just send them a message saying, hey, you're kind of out of line. Stop it. And we will stop. I have literally, growing up, I would have on my desk, I'd have a list. And I would have it, because this is before cell phones had Facebook Messenger, and I would literally have a list. If someone said, don't do that again, I'd write it down. So when I was typing, I could look up on that screen and I could say, okay, they don't like that, so I'm not going to do that. Give them a chance to fix it. Now, if it takes them, it's going to take them multiple times, but just cut them the slack they need. Okay? Cut them the slack. Because they're going to need it. Because, and I've said it in the, let's see which one it was. I think episode 2. Blocking them is the worst thing you can do. To you, it's easy. Oh, I'll just click, blocked, and forget about them. But for the Aspie who's getting it, it is the worst feeling in the world. And I understand for most people and for everyone, getting blocked kind of sucks. I get it. You're talking to someone and then they're gone. I get it. That's why I don't like Tinder. I tried it. It sucked because you talk to someone and you seem to have this really good interaction and you seem their chemistry and then they're gone. And it sucks. And then you wonder what you said wrong. That is why I think online dating is the worst thing in the world. It is. Because you go on a date and, it's just, I don't get it. But for the one who's getting blocked, who's an Aspie, it's like a death. It sucks. So cut us some slack. We're going to mess up. We're going to do stupid stuff. Yes. And I've done stupid stuff, and I know I'm talking about it now, and you're saying, oh, well, he knows he says stupid stuff. Yeah, I know it now. But when I do it, I don't know. Hindsight's 20/20, foresight is legally blind. That's me. I've done stuff where I thought I was doing the right thing, and it blew up in my face. And it was actually the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. And I've done some stupid stuff. I'm not going to get into those. But ending this series, don't give up. And I'm going to tell you right now, for those who wonder what having an Aspie as a friend, I'm going to tell you right now, they're the best person you can have as a friend. So if you have someone who wants to be your friend, be their friend. Because I'm going to tell you right now, that Aspie is struggling. That Aspie needs that direction. That Aspie is driving because he has no one. And so to be that friend to an Aspie, yeah, you're going to have some problems, but do it. Because I'm going to tell you what, someone who's an Aspie and you're their friend, or they're your friend, that's the best friend you're going to ever have in life. Because I'm going to tell you right now, coming from experience, and the one friend I do have, he knows all he's got to do is call me, and I'm going to be right there. Even if I have to put my car up for sale to pay his bail, I'm going to be there. We are basically the beagles of the human race. We are the beagles. I say golden retrievers, but I'm not that hairy. Beagles I find are the Dobermans. We are extremely loyal. Except we're not vicious. We're cuddly, so that's why I say beagle. we howl a lot. But if you know someone who's an Aspie, and they want to be your friend, do it, because I'm going to tell you right now, that guy's going to probably be there. He's going to be the one, and I saw the meme, and it was so funny. It was with Ben Affleck, and he told the guy, he's like, listen, I need your help. You don't need what it is, but someone might get hurt, and I need your help. And the guy who he plays Hawkeye in the Avengers, he says, so whose car we're taking? That's an Aspie. I could have my friend Scott, he can call me and say, hey, listen, I got some issues. You don't need to know what it is, but I need your help. And I'm going to say, dude, you need a shovel? That's who we are. We are like, you can have this is going to be later on. Having an Aspie as a friend, you can meet an Aspie and you be their friend, and I'm going to tell you right now, having that guy as an Aspie is going to be like an instant friend that you've probably known since you were in diapers. It's the way we are. We become someone's friend, we will help them. I got a friend, we met online in Texas, and see, I've gone on, so this is going to be a little longer. In Texas, I've only known him online, but this guy we are great friends. Never met. And I would, if he had problems, if he needed a kidney, I'd fly down there and give it to him. It's just the way we are. Could be a complete stranger. I've stopped and helped people, just to help. So, in closing in this series, be their friend. If they need some help, help them. And coming from experience for someone who doesn't have anyone, be that friend. Because when the crap hits the fan, he's going to be there with the hose. He is. That's the God honest truth. So, glad to get a lot of this off of my chest. But, anyway, I thank y'all for listening. I just wanted to get this out and really beat it home on how this is really, really is hard for us. It sucks. It really does. And I hope that this brings someone some joy, someone some that they need this. Because there's not a lot of us here that will just sit down and talk. And as long-winded as I am, like I said, I had to cut these down into manageable bites. So I've been talking for over an hour, just trying to drive this point home. So, and if I don't stop now, I'll never stop, and this will end up being like a 25-part series. Anyway, thank you all for listening. I hope I've been an impact or an influence or a blessing to someone who's listening to this. And like I said from the beginning, or the ending, if you love someone who's an Aspie, cut them some slack. If you're mad at them and you think they ruined the relationship, don't think that. If you think that they are trying to ruin you, don't think that. We're not like that. We are totally not like that. If you're married to someone who's autistic, which if you're married, you probably already get it, but if you like someone who is autistic and you've never heard of it, I'm going to put the links down below in every single one of these episodes, talking about this. I'm going to put the Autism Speaks website on these, maybe to raise some awareness in this, because this is a really deep conversation about Asperger's and autism. It's something that needs to be said, and I'm saying it. So, yeah, that's it. I'm done. Oh yeah, and if you got a friend and someone wants to be your friend and they're autistic, or they're an Aspie, do it, because they're going to be there thick and thin. They're going to be the ones that you get. Well, if you get into a bar fight, they're not going to fight. They'll be the one calling. They'll call in an ambulance. It's just the way we are. So that's it. We're done. I thank you all for listening for the 6-part series on this. And if you like this video, knock a like on it. I don't usually do this, but leave a comment what you think, and we'll go from there. If these get some likes, I might start doing more just talking. But anyway, peace, y'all, and later.